Awesome. There we go. How's it going, everyone? Episode 27 of Office Hours. I'm Big Sto. Nora's over there. We want to make sure to wish her a happy birthday, of course. Um, my apologies. I'm a little under the weather. I got my second shot today, so please bear with me. Um, but I'm not growing a third arm yet, so everything is okay. Just super tired, got a headache. But yes, we're here for Office Hours 27. Um, like I said, it's Nora's birthday, but I also think it's like isn't this like our YouTube anniversary or something like that as well, or something like that? I might be wrong, but I'm not going to check. I'm pretty sure it's.
feel like that was in April.
Oh, okay. Maybe we didn't actually celebrate.
But
I can't remember.
we'll also take any excuse to celebrate things. I feel like
Right.
we have like an Instagram anniversary. We have a YouTube anniversary.
Right.
It's my birthday. Shout out to Serial Sensei and Aaron who are here. Hi, Sandroid. Thank you all so much for the birthday love. Y'all, like I don't think folks understand how anxious and depressed and like triggered my birthday makes me. And this year has just felt so different. And I really, I think it's because I've learned to ask for the things that I want and trust that like I have people in my life who will show up. And so that's been really awesome. Serial Sensei says, "Oh, thank you. May you get all the sour candies. I love sour things, so thank you." But this Office Hours episode is something I've really been looking forward to because I really feel I just love that we do Office Hours, and I love y'all don't know like Sto is a fucking gem. Like Sto for getting your website, and Sto for like dropping all the knowledge. But Sto is like a gem and a lifesaver, and so I love the little community we have. I don't know. I'm all mushy gushy because it's my birthday and I'm feeling hyped. So hours, usually we talk about all kinds of things around like artist development and practical advice. But today, Sto and I are playing 20 questions. We're going to go back and forth and ask each other things. If you're here and you're watching and you have questions you want to ask us, please like throw those in. Anything goes. And make sure you like, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. But I have my questions written down.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes here. We might have to kind of speed it up a notch so we're not on here for an hour. But yeah, I'm excited for this, and yeah, I think this will be a good way to spend the time before or for obviously your birthday, but also our 27th episode. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Y'all want to hear something funny? Is that I have so many notebooks around my house that I definitely grabbed the wrong notebook and I don't even know where the other one is. So that's okay because I have questions in mind already, but we're going to wing it.
Oh, awesome. I got my questions here ready to go. So yeah. I suppose I'll ask you mine first since you got to get yours together. But I was going to ask what your favorite medium is outside of music, like to like engage with art, I guess. Favorite art medium outside of music, I suppose.
I love photography. I love photography. Question number 1 for you. If someone wanted to shoot their shot with Sto.
Elaborate on the.
Oh, no, I thought we were just going back and forth.
I mean, we are going to go back and forth, but give me some.
No, I love photography as it's about the subject, but it's also the content. Oh, shout out to Candace who's putting us on her TV. Thank you. No, I think photography is such a diverse kind of like what's the word I'm looking? Versatile platform. And there's like my Instagram, I really only follow photographers and you'll see me share like beautiful photos all the time. And I think it's such a way to capture the humanity of something in such clean, simple ways without overly producing it. It's just to me a very natural kind of medium. And my dad's a photographer, so I grew up like with him teaching me and like making me look at photography and like so I have a really special spot for photos.
Okay, that's better.
Okay, now can I ask my question?
There you go. Yeah, absolutely.
If someone wanted to shoot their shot with Sto, how should they do it?
Well, one, they shouldn't because I'm blocking shots like Dikembe Mutombo right now. But otherwise, I mean, honestly don't even think about stuff like this. But I don't know. For me, it's always just about like legitimate communication and a genuine support of not like, and I guess I'm going both ways now, but of each other's goals, I suppose. I don't know what shooting a shot looks like because I don't know. I'm shooting air balls out here, and that's fine. But that's, I suppose, how I would do it, or how someone else would do it. It's legitimate communication, support, and connecting on like I don't know, a deeper than material level, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So okay, here we go. We've talked about like where, you've been all over the place in terms of living all over the world and country and stuff like that. Is California really that much better than living out on the east side over here?
The thing about California is the weather. I don't have to deal with cold. It's always warm. And I think there's something about Los Angeles in particular that's super laid back. Like, I've had meetings at the beach. I've had meetings by the rooftop. Like, it's just super laid back.
Yeah.
In a way that I think makes it a lot easier to balance work and life for me.
Right.
So I don't know if it's better, but it's much more in tune with the kind of like life and flow that I'm trying to live.
No, that makes sense. I would love to have a meeting at a rooftop bar. Most of my meetings are in my apartment on the phone, so I hear.
Well, now, yeah.
Right.
Okay. Would you rather go explore deep ocean or deep space?
Both of those sound absolutely terrifying, but I guess the deep sea, only because like I mean, even if I think of deep space as like the edge of the actual like Milky Way or whatever, like that's cool, but I would love to see what's actually down in the ocean as long as I don't die. I don't know if I could handle seeing like extraterrestrial like life in deep space. I feel like that'd be kind of like culture shock a little bit. Not culture shock, but I'd be like, what the so yeah, I don't know.
Candace says, come to South Carolina. We have a nice rooftop bar. Surprising, but it's lovely.
I do need to go to the Carolinas at some point, so that
we should have an hours retreat at Candace's house.
Right.
Sandra says, I would love to meet aliens. Like, I'm over here like, are there ghosts in my house? Can the ghosts come talk to me? Can the aliens come? I would love that shit.
I would like it. I just, I feel like I need a second to like actually adjust. Like, oh no. Are you gonna eat me?
They're probably they're like, we're smarter than you.
Right.
You trivial humans.
Right. What do I got over here? Okay, here we go. What do you think we'll be talking about in office hours in 10 years? Honestly, that's hard to predict, but like,
First of all, I love that we're still talking about office hours in 10 years. I don't know. I hope that by that time we've had like the worker revolution and we would be talking about like what to do with all the wealth redistribution that's happening.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Candace says how to rake in all the money. Yes, I hope that in 10 years we're talking about how do we redistribute all the wealth that Sto and I have amassed.
Right.
And are like, I don't know. I mean, really, I think it would be so fun to do like office hour, like virtual shows or events or like, I don't know, like be able to have more interview. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Maybe there's a way in 10 years to do like some VR stuff where our people are actually here with us. And so we're all in like a room together.
That'd be kind of crazy.
It'd be, shout out to Awen who's here. Y'all, if you ever need financial advising, definitely reach out to Awen who's out in the chat with us. That's a good question. I love that we're thinking about that. Okay. So, what song is your guilty pleasure?
I still to this day don't really know what the technical definition of a guilty pleasure is, but I usually just throw in something that I'm embarrassed about. Um, but the one joint, what's it called? Dang. Okay, I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember the name of the song right now, but they play it like 4 times in Mean Girls. And there's like 2 different versions of it. Like it's this poppy, like romantic ass, dumbass song, whatever. That's probably my guiltiest pleasure, to be completely honest.
Candace has predicted your guilty pleasure.
It's a little baby song. Oh God. I don't even think I've listened to Little Baby, to be completely honest. I feel bad. Okay, here we go. I like this one. You might have answered this before, but I can't remember. What's one book that you think everyone should read?
1984 by George Orwell.
Why? That is such a that's not what I expected. Not even a little bit.
What did you think I was going to say?
I don't know, but definitely not 1984 by a white guy.
Yes, by a white guy. And also kind of really accurate in the way that it talks about like government control and the way mind control works and the way people are pitted against one another to carry out the desires of the state. I'm also really big on fiction as a way, like everyone likes to read like all this like nonfiction, self-help or whatever, but I really like fiction as a way of communicating really complex things in the same way that I talk about music and art affecting people emotionally. I think fiction does the same thing. Another one that, everyone should read is Yaa Gyasi's Homegoing, which is this beautiful story about like relationships and family, but really touches on the way intergenerational trauma impacts people. What else have I read recently? Yeah, I mean, obviously there's like, everyone should read Angela Davis, everyone should read Malcolm X. Is that your arm?
Yeah. Sorry.
No, okay, I know that feeling. And Bell Hooks, I think everybody should read All About Love.
I still need to read some of her stuff. I gotta be honest.
I think in 10 years, going back to your question, we should have an office hours book club.
That would be interesting. And yeah, no, there's so much different stuff that we could do with that. Oh yeah, definitely put that out there in the chat. I feel like I spelled it wrong myself. We'll see.
I don't even remember the second one I said. It's
Homegoing. Sorry, I can't remember which one it was. Oh, I spelled that super wrong.
And she's just written a new one too. But that was one of those books that I read, and I was like all the lights went on, and it just shifted something for me.
Yeah. I've seen the book.
Okay, my turn.
Yeah. Okay. No, I haven't. Okay. I'll have to look at that at some point.
And also for all of you in the chat, if you have questions you want to ask me or you want to ask Sto, feel free. This doesn't have to be us going all back and forth. Feel free to ask anything. Okay. What are you most proud of in your life?
Damn. Honestly, I guess the perseverance of it all. Like even like I feel like I had this answer a couple of years ago as well, but I don't know. I think especially in our industry, whether you're behind the scenes or an actual artist, I feel like a lot of people don't understand how much work and time and just sacrifice and like just other stuff goes into this. So for me, like it was not easy to get to this point. So persevering through all of it, and it's not even just like, you know, the business like career stuff, right? Like it's all the mental stuff and all the outside forces that kind of sometimes derail us. You know, I'm very, very blessed to have gotten through all of that to get to this point. So for me, that's what I'm most proud of. And Just in having people that are actually proud of me. Honestly, that's important to me. And being able to actually support not just my family now, but other organizations and stuff like that are doing the right thing. I think honestly, that's what I'm probably most proud of. I think.
I'm going to throw this question because it's on topic that Candace asked at you also.
Wait, I'm sure you've answered this, but share a recent win from working with creatives. Honestly, it's for me, it's just the whole breadth of just watching clients and people that I've worked with like kind of catch their stride, I guess. Like I can always talk like, clients reaching certain numbers. Like I definitely just had a client reach 250,000 streams on his one project, which is incredible. And he did that himself. Like, there's some guidance and stuff that goes into that, but he put in the work to make that happen. And so not just the number stuff, but it's just watching all my clients just do their own thing and realize like, I don't need all this other crap to succeed and profit and support my family and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
What about you though?
Similar. Like, I think for me, it's when I hear things like, you've changed the way I think about the music industry.
Yeah.
Or you've made this fun for me again. Or a client the other day was like, my therapist loves you. And I'm like, yes. Stuff like that. Because I think, there's like the numbers and the wins, and that's great. But for me, it's when there's something like internally that has shifted for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are the things. Like those are the things that go.
That gives me goosebumps, honestly. Sometimes when that happens.
Yeah. Oh, Candace, thank you for that question. Oops, I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, it's definitely my turn to ask a question, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, we can't do an episode and do questions without some NBA talk, so we're doing it. Who's winning the NBA Finals this year?
It will either be the LA Clippers or the Brooklyn Nets. And don't make me choose between the two, because
you have to choose. You actually do have to choose in this case.
You cannot make me choose between Kyrie.
You do have to choose, because if things end up the way that even I think they're going to end up, that might be the finals. So who wins that final?
Listen, I have been saying since day one that will be the final. And honestly,
I'll pay anything to have the Nets lose. I don't want it. If they win, I'm done. I don't know what I'm going to do. This is worse than the Golden State Warriors, and I didn't think I'd ever say that.
You know what? Right now, today, I really, really want Brooklyn to win, only because I love when Kyrie says things like, I'm sorry, there will be no Clipper slander on this timeline, Serial Sensei. But I love when Kyrie says, I don't want to talk about basketball because people are dying in Palestine. Like, how do you not support someone like that who is actively, consciously, not just talking about things, but that's what it means to use your platform. Like, no, I will not answer these silly questions because there's more important things going on.
Right. He don't deserve no basketball trophy though.
Sure he does.
Nah, he a good guy, but I don't want to see that man win another trophy. I'm gonna blow a gasket. And the thing, okay, this is the only thing I'm gonna say about it. I'm not trying to take your question, damn it. But I did not like Kyrie before the Nets, before he had this turn to finding himself, and good for him. But damn it, he left us high and dry, and then said it was our fault. I hope you see this, Kyrie.
I'm going to tell everyone, Kyrie in the comments. No, right. Kyrie bring peace to the Middle East.
Right.
As long as the Lakers lose, really, it's all good. It's fine.
I have no comment.
All right. I see where we're headed.
That's my only spicy question, so don't burn me.
That was not even spicy. I was so ready for more. Okay, what was Sto like in elementary school?
Oh, that poor little naive kid. Damn. Honestly, honestly, not too much different. Like I kind of feel like I'm actually very thankful to have like kind of like find like my childhood in terms of like still watching cartoons and not feeling bad about it and like, all that other jazz. But I was still not too different. Still running around all over the place, just cracking jokes, talking too much, always getting in trouble for talking too much. I was but still super naive. I'm willing to admit that. Like I was very like starry-eyed and like, oh my God. I'm not, it's weird. It's weird to look back because like I'm not much different. I'm just, more of an actual adult, but that kid is he's still in here somewhere. Okay. So this one's really important actually, and I might just tell you to like name at least 3 to 5, but give us some artists that we need to be listening to, because your spectrum of music is a lot wider than definitely mine, and I can only imagine like everyone else that's watching. So yeah, give us some picks.
Okay. Hold on. First, Serial Sensei, if you can share those questions, because I had them written down in my other notebook, but I don't now. My computer's too slow to go on Twitter. So
I screenshotted them.
If you have them, I definitely want to answer them. Artists that you should be listening to: Youngsta CPT from South Africa, Amaya Baga from Nigeria, Rebecca Lane from Guatemala, Amir Tatalu, who's an Iranian artist in diaspora. I think he's based in Europe somewhere.
You're gonna have to spell some of these because I'm trying to sound them out, and there's no way.
Oh, I'll put them in. I'll put them in the chat.
Okay.
And the 5th one, always like a wild card. I don't know. I have to think about a 5th one. Maybe
that's
one.
Fine. We still got a couple questions. We can come back to it.
Maybe like old Wande Cole, who's a Nigerian artist who is doing kind of Afro beats. He's one of the earlier artists doing Afro beats.
Right. Yeah, definitely put those in the chat because I'm gonna need some of those names.
And y'all, if you ever check any of these out, tell me. Wait, I don't even remember who I said. Rebecca Youngsta, I
got Rebecca Lane. I have, and then you said one. I'm like, there's no way. There's probably like accent marks and tildes and all this stuff. There's no way.
And I'll share it so people who are watching the video can see it in just a second.
I'll make sure to try to add it to the description too, actually. Maybe I'll just put like Nora's picks or something.
There's so much good music in the world. There's like so much good music in the world. Mm-hmm. And I think we do a disservice by trusting the algorithm or our playlists to make us listen to like guide what we listen to. Okay, I'm gonna share. Oh, okay, we've got these are the questions. Okay, let's break these down. Whose turn is it? I lost track. It's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. And this is a question I had too. So Serial Sensei asks, what's a common misconception that people have about you?
Honestly, that I'm not very smart. A lot of people, especially because I joke around a lot and because I'm like, dang, what's the word? People used to like say this all the time about me. I can't remember what the word, animated. Because I'm very animated and like, like all that type of stuff. People immediately believe that I'm also very immature and like, I don't know what I'm talking about. And like, it takes multiple, like even to some people that are close to me, it takes multiple times of me saying something like before they believe, like I'll be like, hey, here's an idea. And they'll be like, what are you talking about? And then 2 other people will say that same idea. And they'll be like, oh yeah, totally. And I'm like, I said that like 3 months ago. Like, where were you at? But like, so I think that's really the biggest. And then the other small one is that that I don't like artists. Some people think that I don't like artists. But I am an artist, people. Like people don't understand. I started this whole, well, I guess I started as a writer, but I am also an artist. So a lot of the advice that I give and stuff like that is stuff that I've done myself and watched not work. So it like hurts my feelings sometimes when people are like, oh, like why you're always dissing artists and not supporting them. And it's like, you're kidding me. Like I support artists in so many different ways. I just, I'm not out here bragging about it. So those are probably the two biggest ones.
I think for me,
now you got to answer them. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah. No. I'll answer them. I think for me, one is actually that I'm like much more of a prude than that. I'm like, people think I'm a bigger prude than I actually am. That like people think I'm like socially, sexually conservative, which I always think is really funny. And the other one is that I'm much more serious than I actually am. Like I'm actually really playful and silly and goofy, and I just don't think I'm good at like communicating that virtually.
Right.
But like I'm a big kid. Like I'm a big kid. I want to like shoot Nerf guns at you and like play horny tricks. And like in Farsi we say like care, and like I have a little like troublemaker in me because I just want to like but because I think I talk about so many serious things and I'm always like, like calling out the misogyny or whatever, people think I'm serious, but I don't know that I get to express that as much as I like to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next question for Serial Sunday is, and y'all, again, like, thank you for hanging out with us. We're celebrating my birthday. We're celebrating my birthday. We're playing 20 questions. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with a friend, but keep sending in your questions. Okay, so the second one that Serial Sensei asks is, what is a song that reminds you of your childhood?
This is so random, but me and my sister played a lot of Sonic the Hedgehog growing up. So like the first level, Green Hill Zone, Act 1, like that, I have it on my phone, and like all this shit, like that immediately takes me back to I think I was 5 years old when I started playing video games and stuff like that. And we used to play together. So that immediately takes me back every time. That was 25 years ago. Damn, what's going on?
For me, it's the Captain Planet soundtrack. Like, because I remember we were not allowed to watch TV in the mornings, but my sister and I would wake up and try to turn the volume on as low as possible, where we could hear it, but no one else could. And it was like Captain Planet. It was about like, it wasn't like we were watching anything terrible.
Right.
But like that, and like the Carmen Sandiego soundtrack or theme song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about Carmen Sandiego. Damn.
Coffee or tea?
Tea always. Coffee, I'm an insomniac. It doesn't matter what time I drink coffee in the day. I will be up till at least 4 o'clock if I do that.
Yeah. Coffee makes me if I have it in small doses, coffee makes me mad focused and mad productive. So I can like microdose caffeine.
Right.
But otherwise, just water. Although I love coffee ice cream. What's the last enjoyable movie you watched?
Dang. Man, I guess the last movie I watched was I guess unfortunately Endgame, Avengers Endgame. When I watched all the movies like before I watched WandaVision in one go or whatever. Is that really the last movie? I gotta stop watching Housewives. I've been watching so much Housewives. I haven't been watching movies anymore. Damn.
Which Housewives are you watching?
It's always Potomac. Potomac is always on rerun. It's so good.
So messy, y'all.
Absolutely.
It's definitely my guilty pleasure is all the reality shows.
Same.
Yeah, like Salt Lake City, Beverly Hills, Potomac got us through a real hump in quarantine life.
Okay, see, I have not seen Salt Lake or Beverly Hills yet, so
Salt Lake.
I'll have to give it a spin when Potomac finally comes back for season 6.
This is good. I never knew this about Sto. So now we can do Real Housewives episodes along with our NBA episodes.
I might regret saying this on the internet, but we'll see what happens.
Let me see what else Serial Sense. Oh, so my last enjoyable movie that I rewatched Shrek. I love cartoons, so I rewatched Shrek and and I hadn't watched it for a long time, like as an adult, and so it's fun. I mean, it's funny. There's definitely some like adult humor in there.
Oh, absolutely, right.
And I'm like, ooh, look at the feminist undertones and
right. No, absolutely.
Aside from your parents, who is someone that inspires you? Also from Serial Sensei.
I mean, honestly, it's just I'm really inspired by creatives in general these days. I feel like I don't think enough credit is just given to the fact that like we're kind of in this unprecedented time where it's easier to create and like all that jazz, but I still think it takes a lot. Damn it, I wanted to type in the comment. But it takes a lot to really get yourself out there like that. So, you know, creatives really do inspire me. There we go. Nailed it, guys. Look at that. Our community's communing together. Was that? Let me see. Wait a minute.
Wait, so did we pay enough attention to your question? I really got distracted by do you know the
Muffin? Yeah, no, it's
the Muffin Man. Let's talk about that right now.
No, totally. No, who inspires you outside of your parents?
So my parents don't inspire me. That's a contentious point. I really find, right now, really, like to your point, it's creatives, and it's specifically creatives who are like in my peer group. So like I have a WhatsApp group of a handful of really like Awin's in that group, Candace is in that group. Shout out to Erica Hanna and Cynthia Pong and Alyssa Trump. Like it's just a dope circle of women who are all doing like creative, entrepreneurial, social impact stuff, and we just love on each other and support each other and like shamelessly like plug the work and it just it's not competitive. It's just really there for us to like uplift each other. And every time someone shares something in that group, I'm like, yes. And I find myself throughout the day thinking about like, what would Candace do? Or how would Awin respond to this? And it's just people who are doing creative things in their own way really, 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 really inspires me these days.
Absolutely. No, same.
Hold on,
I think we had one more question, didn't we, in the comments?
Yeah. Candace asked, what's your favorite self-care activity thing to do?
Honestly, I just like watching either some basketball or a good soccer match, and just kind of cooling back and relaxing. I will say this though, I am starting to, especially during the pandemic, like I'm starting to get more into like my face routine or whatever and all that jazz. So that's something like, I try to like make sure I set aside time for in the morning or whatever. The other thing, listening to music. I feel like as I kind of like watch people like on social media lately, like I feel like some people are listening to music, but I don't feel like people are like slowing down, like taking some time to just throw on a record, like listen to it, or a playlist. Doesn't even have to be a record. Just listening to it like without just like all these distractions. Or it's one thing to listen to music distracted, I guess, but like I don't know. There's something that's special to me about like throwing on a record, listening to it all the way through and really like just absorbing it and allowing it to take you where it takes you. For fun, not work.
Yep. Yeah, because listening to music for fun and not work is so soothing. And I think it's about like being present.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, listen, and I don't have to do anything else. I don't even have to think about like, does this sound good or how are we going to market it? Just
exactly. Just this is music and I fuck with that.
Yeah. Self-care things for me is putting on music that I can just dance to, and very particularly Persian, old school Persian music. It makes me
Mm-hmm.
feel like so in touch with my culture. I've also really gotten into decorating my apartment, and that like making the space cozy and warm. And those are the part, and there's self-care things I do that I don't enjoy, but I know that it's like good for me.
Right.
But this I really enjoy. Hold on, y'all. I love all these questions.
Right.
I saw another one from Reporter 20X. Okay.
Yeah. What was it?
Favorite game series or book?
My favorite game series is Sonic the Hedgehog. That's always the case. Yes, literally, I already know where this is going. Some people are going to watch this in the future. How is it Sonic? Yes, a lot of the 3D games are absolute dog shit, but the 2D games can't be defeated. Sonic Mania, when it came back, cannot be defeated. So get off my back. And actually, the last point I'll make, some of the best video game music to ever exist. To this day, I still listen to that soundtrack from all the games. Book, or it says or, so never mind. I'll let you.
Wait, do they release music video soundtracks the way they do for films and stuff?
To an extent, not as much as it should be, but or as much as they should. But like, some companies are starting to realize, oh wait, if we just throw it on, we get money if they stream it. So yeah, some companies are doing it.
Just Serial Sensei says, everyone listen to Orion Sun's song Smooth for self-care. It'll be good for your soul, I promise. So
bet.
Cool.
I'll definitely give that a spin. What about now? What's your favorite book or game series?
I don't have an answer to like. I don't play video games. We couldn't afford a system when I was growing up. I just never got into it. And I don't know that I've read a book series. Maybe the last one I read was Hunger Games. Does that count? When I was living in Liberia, I didn't really have like book access. And so I would just download as much as I could to my Kindle. And the Hunger Games books were like, they're thick, they're like fat.
Yeah.
And so
they're big, thick.
I like stocked up basically. And I remember at night, if like the generator, like we didn't have power, the generator wasn't on or whatever, I couldn't sleep. The phones, they have like, this was before iPhones were everywhere, but they had these like little Motorola phones you could play Snake on, but they also had a flashlight. And so I would like read Hunger Games by flashlight on my Kindle. So maybe that's my favorite.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even realize. Did he say? Well, it could be just regular book. Like, what's your favorite one?
Oh, I thought it was like a book series.
Yeah, I might have said that wrong. That's my fault.
Okay, I lost track of what questions we're at.
Well, regardless, I'll ask the next one. What is your favorite? I'm sorry. What the hell does that say? Oh, okay. Your all-time favorite concert experience up to this point.
That's a hard one. Good question. I'm partial to the ones that I've like produced or thrown.
All right. Because I was trying to determine if I was going to let that fly or not.
Okay, if that doesn't fly, no, yeah, okay, fair. Like best concert I've ever been to that I had nothing to do with. What was they did the was it Made in America? I had come to LA like my first
year. You went to Made in America? Are you kidding me?
Is that what it's called? I don't remember.
I think it is. I think it is. My God, what the?
My first year back in the States, and like TDE performed, and like imagine it was just all kinds of like mixed match of people, and I remember like feeling so. It was such a vibe. Everyone was so friendly and like like that. So it felt really good to be there. But I remember feeling so out of it because I didn't know any like. I had just come from however many years in Liberia. I didn't really know what was happening in the US. And so I remember just asked like the guys who were standing in line as TDE, I was like, who are these people? And they were like, what? You don't know Isaiah Rashad? That schoolboy? And just put me on. But it's still to this Kendrick. And it was, so Kendrick closed it. He was the only one on stage, like by himself, and was one of the best performances I've ever seen. It was fun. It was fun.
That definitely sounds like Made in America. So,
hey, Amira, welcome. Hi, welcome. Thank y'all.
Hey, what up? What up?
Okay, so what's your favorite comfort food?
Damn. I mean, I guess it's still pizza. It used to be bacon, but then you realize, you can't have your blood pressure skyrocketing like that off of bacon. So, and honestly, during this pandemic, fruit snacks. I've been munching on some fruit snacks because they got rid of my Starburst gummies. So those are mine. That's my guilty pleasure food or whatever.
I'm going to have to make Persian fruit snacks for you because we make these fruit leathers and it's like sun-dried. It's better than Gushers or Starburst or any of those things.
Perfect.
I got you.
I can't do Gushers. It just makes me feel like I can literally feel the processed sugars and shit.
Gushers of childhood.
Okay. Where am I at here? Okay. What are you excited for as things open up?
I hugged my friend today, my homegirl, who I hadn't seen in a year and a half. And we're both vaccinated and we met up for my birthday. And I hugged her and it almost made me cry. Like, I'm excited to hug my friends and like be in proximity with people and not feel like I'm putting everyone at danger or I'm putting myself
right.
And I'm also excited for some of the shifts that I think we're seeing, like sociopolitically, that hopefully some of these things will stay, like let people work remotely, create more work-life balance, treat service workers like a million times better. Yeah, but hug. I just want to hug. I want to travel and see my friends and hug people.
Right, absolutely.
What's something that's always guaranteed to cheer you up?
Honestly, it just takes a good laugh. That's all it really takes. Like, whether it's a meme, a photo, a joke, that's all it really takes. I feel like I'm very like, I'm honestly not. I can be down in terms of like I guess like depressed or sad or whatever, but like I'm never like in a point where I'm like, I just hate everything. I need to be calmed down. So like 9 times out of 10, like just a well-placed joke, like I guaranteed to make me laugh and stuff like that. Dang, I put extra questions on here, so I don't know which ones to use. Yeah, let's do this one. What's one thing that you've learned during all this pandemic stuff?
I think I've learned actually like a lot about myself, which obviously is like corny to say. I'm much more okay with like slowing down and sitting still than I've ever been in my life. Like, I've been in my apartment for 3 years and I finally just unpacked and like put shit on and am decorating. Like, because I feel very deeply that I always like gotta go. And that pandemic just taught me to like sit my ass down and get okay with that stillness. And I like it. Like, it always kind of scared me to set roots, but I kind of like the stability. We'll see how it lasts until I get anxious again, but for now.
Right.
Other than Big Sto, do you have any nicknames?
No, actually. I've just, what was it? A high school friend called me that like way back in the day, and it's just stuck. Because then even went to college, like people just started calling me that, and now even in the industry, whether you physically have seen me in person or not, like chances are you're calling me Sto. So it just, I don't know what happened. I don't know how they did it, but it just the branding did itself, I guess. Okay, and then here we go. Last one, I guess. How does it feel to have another year around the sun under your belt?
I don't know. Age is but a number. Oh, fuck that. Let me not quote that. I don't know that like the age means anything to me. Like I'm not tripping about getting older. Like, oh my God, I'm closer to 40. Like I don't feel any of that. But I do feel like I'm like some shit's about to shift and change, and I'm excited about that.
Right.
So
yeah, no, that's good though. I feel like so many people, especially like on social media, just like turn this into like age into something that like something way more serious, I guess.
Yeah.
And here we go. Mech Stumbles definitely was one of my previous nicknames while I was an RA in college. So there we go. Bang.
Stumbles. I feel like there is a story behind that.
Just super tall, falling all over the place. Still trying to get used to my body. Unfortunately, still trying to grow out of that name, even in 2021. Here we are, 8 years later. Goddamn.
I appreciate that we have a community that can add this very useful information.
No, get them all out of there.
Everyone else can tell us about.
Oh my God.
Okay, this is the last question.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
I totally lost track, but this was really fun. What is something you really love about yourself?
I do think the perseverance stuff is kind of a cop out because that honestly is what I like about myself. But I also genuinely feel like I get that from my mom. Honestly, like, I'm not trying to like toot my own horn or whatever, but I genuinely feel like I'm more patient and understanding than most people. Like it really does take a lot to get me to like a boiling point or whatever. And, I'm not like, I understand that people aren't perfect, I guess, is what it is. And like, obviously, like, there are certain lines that can be crossed, but I don't know. And I've felt this way since college. I feel like everyone's on this like one strike and you're out type stuff, which in certain cases like that makes sense. But I feel like if we can have even just a bit more compassion for just the human experience, and how like we all kind of get along and stuff like that, like I don't know. I just room for more compassion, I guess. I guess that's what I feel like is like the best part of myself is that I feel like I show more compassion and patience towards others, where I feel like the average person is like, oh, what? You're annoying. I'm out of here. So, yeah, I don't know.
Sandra literally just said what I was about to
say. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
And I can vouch for the patience and the compassion, for sure.
I appreciate that. That means a lot. I got a bonus question actually, just because I accidentally wrote 11 questions instead of the usual 10. But I just like saw this the other day, and like I think one of like obviously like one of your talents is just genuine networking and bringing people together like on a just organic level. So, like, what's your number one networking tip that you can give us before we get out of here?
It might like just be yourself. Like be yourself and be a good person, like treat people well. Okay.
Why is it important to be yourself?
I'm gonna give you 45 tips. It's if you show up as yourself, then you're gonna attract the kind of people that you want and the kind of an energy that you want. And so people don't want to work with people that are fake, that are lying to them. Like, we can suss that kind of stuff out. And so when you show up as yourself, I know what our working relationship is going to be like. I know what the exchange is going to be like. And so I also know that you're confident enough and secure enough. And that tells me a lot about you. So people relate to authenticity, and that's where genuine connection can happen beyond the transaction. I have this, you need this.
Right.
So like if you're looking for kind of deeper kinds of networking, that authentic piece is going to be where that connection happens. And then be a good person, like treat people well. Don't be an asshole. And not just in the transaction, but like your reputation will always precede you. And so you might be, oh, well, Sto is nice, but Sto is over here being mean to people. That's, you can't be multi-faced because eventually that's going to come out.
Exactly. I'm just about to say that too. Yeah.
And I think the final piece of it is like knowing what you really want out of an exchange or in the big picture. Because I think a lot of times people only focus on that transaction and only focus on the immediacy, and they give up and lose a ton of things. Like I can't tell you how many times I've been like, well, money isn't the most important thing. I value our relationship. So let's keep going. And then down the line, it's turned into something bigger than either of us could have imagined.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but that can only happen because I'm authentic and the person I'm working with is authentic, and we're creating something that's bigger than this immediate transaction. So I know you asked for one, but be authentic, be a good person, think about the big picture.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Nailed it. That was perfect. I think those are tips everyone can use for sure. So yeah. All right, everyone. My God. That flew by actually.
That was really fun. And I really loved seeing all the like community and like I hope that you all connected with one another. Most of you I know all of you are on Twitter, and like so I hope you can say, oh, we met on office hours and now we're like supporting each other in these other ways. Thank you for celebrating your birthday with me. Hopefully next year we can have a real party. Yeah, let us know if you have more questions. Drop them in the chat. We'll answer them in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with a friend. We've got a ton of other videos that are, some of our basketball ones are silly and fun, but some more like serious ones as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Honestly, we know this was a longer one, but yeah, we had a blast watching the community together and stuff like that. Hopefully, you all can come back for other episodes in the future. But yeah, we're live every first and third Tuesday of the month. This is the third Tuesday, so we have no idea what we're doing next month. Actually, now that I think about it, we might have talked about it. I can't remember. Either way, join us next month, and we'll be back. Honestly, we'll be back somewhere, because the thing is, we're trying out all this. That's the other thing. We're trying all this other stuff. We're on our Instagram. We're doing Twitter Space stuff as well. So yeah, just find us, follow us.
We'll be here. We just don't know what we'll be talking about. Which, if you have a topic or questions, let me know. Leave them below, and we'll do a whole
thing around it.
Thing that you want to hear about. So we'll see you on the internet. Thanks, y'all.
Peace.